I don't have any questions for you anyway. I know everything about you.
Right?
That's true. I was wondering where my credit card was going.
I'm choosing to ignore the cuts and bumps and bruises. I'm cruising through these haters, leave them looking stupid. They foolish if they think they'll ever hear my conclusion. I'm through with all these part-timers and their excuses. I'm bruising eagles left and right every time I do this. I'm shooting for the top, no, I'll never settle what you did. The future's in my hands, my grip will never lose it. My crew is ready to obtain the absolution, removing any doubt that we was ever fooling. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on, follow us to the new revolution. Come on, step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on,
Does that mean we're live?
That is, yes, you are
Oh,
live.
I thought you were going to make the intro.
Well, I can do that. That was the intro.
No. Do your job.
We are live from Maryland Poppin' HorrorCon, where Comic-Con meets Halloween. We are at the BWI Marriott. Want to let everybody know there is free parking. So if you see signs, something about overnight parking, just ignore it. Just get your butt over here. And we are live with Bill Diamond and Ben and Jeff from Still Toking with. How's it going?
It is going awesome.
Good. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. How are
Wow,
you guys?
there's actually people in here. There's children too, so be careful, Jeffrey.
Yes.
Huh?
Look,
Yes.
they got smiles. Look at this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Jeff's in here. So
Oh, yeah.
we don't
that's
want him
right.
to
We don't
scare them
want him
away.
to smile.
So no, welcome to Maryland Poppin' HorrorCon. I mean, we're super excited to be here and super excited to be running the panels all day live. So if you're tuning in on the web, one of the 27,000 platforms that we're on, feel free to shoot your questions over. The monkey behind the keyboard there will get them up here so that we can answer them.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
So that this man can answer them. But yeah, we're here with the amazing Bill Diamond.
Well, it's nice to see you guys. It's been a
Right.
little while.
What? A couple of days?
No, I haven't seen you. Well, I saw him, but I haven't seen you in a while.
No, it's been a little while.
Yeah. You know, usually we would see each other all the time.
Yeah, twice a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
When we were
filming.
like filming.
Yeah, that got old, so we had to back off.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was you that got old.
Well,
That's why I backed off.
I resemble that. I resemble that remark.
So yeah, it's great to be here. A lot of buzz out there, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
you brought a hell of a
it's-
setup too.
Well, it's fun for everybody. You know, Beast Within got us here, and we're here, and Spencer's here, and Jeff's here, and there's a whole fleet of people. So you get a chance to meet Darth Vader and you know, Daredevil, all
and
kinds
Space
of-
Ghost.
Space Ghost,
yeah,
you
you
know,
know.
and all kinds of things. So,
Andre.
if you're seeing this, we expect you to be here tomorrow.
Or
If you
today.
can't be here today, you better be here tomorrow.
Well, no, there's no
Yeah.
excuses. It's Saturday.
Oh, well, it's true, but it's
And it's
early
not
yet.
beach weather.
You know, I'm at coffee, so it's early yet.
Oh,
but
well,
we'll
yeah.
be here for quite a while.
Yeah. Well, we figured we'd put you on the first panel today because you're up at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, usually.
You go to bed at 1.
Usually.
Yeah. So tell these amazing people a little bit about Bill Diamond?
Well,
Who is Bill?
Yeah, who is Bill?
It's a well, you see Stacy back there kind of brought me in off the street corner, and she said, "Yeah, you need a job, kid, don't you?" So
You found him in the gutter on the side of the street.
Hey, that's
So-
where she found us.
Yeah, our studios are in New York. We've have very long history of doing all kinds of things for movie, television, film, and theater. So we cover all the gamuts, commercials to TV shows to great shows like your guys. That's the only time you're ever going to hear that plug from me.
I see that.
We do have that on video, by the way.
Yeah, and a lot of the movie characters that you get a chance to see here in Maryland, they're all out there, but there's over 250 characters that we've created over the span of the years. So we don't get to bring them all, but we get to bring a lot of the primaries, or at least one from one of the movies or TV. We got E.T. here. So he's the only surviving E.T. from the film, and he's from the Witch's Dungeon Movie Museum, which is part of us.
Yep.
And that's a great thing to see in Connecticut if you're ever up there. So there, is that a nice start?
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a great start.
What's your favorite character that you've made and created?
I can't tell you that because they're all listening.
They're all what?
They're
All
listening.
listening. They all think it's them.
They're alive.
Especially Gorgo. You've been around Gorgo.
I've been around
You ask
Gorgo.
Gorgo, and he'll say it's his. and
That's
yes, I
that's like picking a favorite child.
say, well, you're not one of them.
Oh, he brought the keyboard. We're in trouble.
There you go. We can start it now. How you guys doing? Oh, great hair. Look at that.
Right?
Wild.
Right.
That's neat.
Leo's doing the reverse camera on the crowd now, so
Ah,
everybody can
there
see
you
your
go.
awesome hair.
Smiles,
Wave
smiles.
to everybody out there.
Yeah,
There you
come
go.
on, wave. There you go.
See, they're down here having fun, so you should be too.
Yes. So here in Maryland, and it's just a great place to be.
Right,
If you're not here, you're not involved.
Right.
So, what are you working on currently right now? What's your current project?
Apparently not your show.
All right. After the panel, we're going to have a discussion.
Well, let's see. Right now, I'm getting ready to do Dracula. It's a live show, so we're doing all the sets for that. That starts on the 14th, 15th, 16th in New York on the Hudson Valley. It's actually on an island with a castle. You have to go to the
Bannerman
castle,
Island?
Bannerman Island. You have to go out to the castle. All the
Ah.
people get to see the show there with the castle in the background.
You were supposed to bring us out there last year.
I
You
didn't.
bugged
Yeah, I
out
was
on
just
it.
gonna say I didn't get an invitation to that show. I'm a little
I've
upset.
been going back and forth. Where the heck have you guys been?
Well, going back and forth, just
Good.
like you.
Recovering,
go.
recovering from injuries.
Hey, you're not even filming, which they do during filming. But yeah, so we're
Yes.
doing that. And Gorgo is we had Vincent Price with Victoria Price, and we're doing another 2 episodes. We did Gorgo's Christmas Carol, which came out last year,
Yep.
one award winning, and then we are now doing Gorgo Sleepy Hollow, narrated by Vincent Price.
Oh, very
that's
cool.
And
Very cool.
Gorgo's Clock in the Wall, narrated by Vincent.
Where can people find this stuff?
Well, where they can find it?
Yeah, where can they watch it?
Well, they can download it or they can get it on DVD.
Okay,
It's in filming now, so we
Right,
actually start shooting.
that was a
um,
hint to plug Monster TV, by the way.
Well, yes, they can see it on. Well, they can download it on Monster. TV.
Right.
Monster TV, they can see all the time, 24/7.
Right.
So they get to see it there. And Gorgo is a great gargoyle, and he's doing all Vincent Price. If you don't know who Vincent Price is, we have a character of Vincent, and we do it with Vincent's daughter. It's all Vincent's.
It's the original
voice
voices,
work.
right?
It's all his original stuff that
Right.
most people don't know he did. So we kind of
Wow.
bring that all to life.
Yeah, Vincent did a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, you did.
I think I sent you. I think I sent you a commercial I found that was from like the 40s about a lighter.
Yeah, he did that. So did Boris Karloff. They both did
Yeah.
a lot of commercials in the 60s and 70s.
Right.
And then they wound up doing. They did a lot of storybook reading, as well as Boris. You know him as the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Right.
So.
Right.
Are
Didn't
you
he
still,
work
are
for
you still doing
Sears?
that? Huh?
Didn't he work for Sears catalog also?
Oh yeah, they
Vincent
all
Price?
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Sears,
he
I
did
remember that
something
when I
with,
was a
like,
kid.
Picasso's
Yeah,
or something,
They
right?
did that, and they did a lot of Count Chocula commercials, and they would show up on games that they would do and all different stuff. So they were very involved with that kind of marketing back then. But Boris loved to do And so did Vincent. Love to do these classic stories. So we get the chance to bring them all back to life.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. And then we just finished doing Little Shop of Horrors again, and we did that in Sleepy Hollow. I was on
Wow.
stage for that. And we're always geared up doing all
Right,
kinds of
right.
things, building a lot of characters for the Edwards twins. So that's a great show if you guys never got to see them live. And they're traveling all over the country. So we built about over 12 characters for them, of celebrities.
Right.
So it's
So you've had a long, illustrious career, almost 50 years now.
yeah.
What did some of
I'm
your
not that old. I started
Yeah, you
really,
are.
really young.
Well, that's right. Well, I was actually that's where I was going with that, because we've known you for quite some time, but you started in your teens.
I started when I was 5.
Okay, but you had your first
I don't wanna know
studio,
what the first puppet was.
Yeah, I
played
had
with.
the first studio when I was 15. But
Right,
I
right.
started at 5.
and it was next door to a comedy club that had a very big headliner that had a
Well-
shorter line than you.
oh, oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
The George Carlin
The
story.
George Carlin story.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, we were next to the Paramount Theater of Arts in Peekskill, and our studio was there. And it was during October,
Yeah.
which we're gearing in, and we would do a lot of big Halloween events. So they get the chance to see all the classic movie monsters, and they would come tour through the studio and all that. And so that venue, we had a line going up the street, and that was I think it went from 3 to 7. Well, George Carlin's driver, I know you guys don't know who George Carlin, but he was a comedian and well-known comedian on television. And they drove him in and they let him off, and he went up the stairs to the back of the studio and he walked in. I'll beep out what he said. Beep, family show. And he was looking for his dressing room, and I happened to be back there, and I said, it's in the building next door. And it's nice to meet you, Mr. Carlin. And so he said, well, I thought it was in this one because there's a long line. Isn't that where the tickets are for my show at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock? And I said, no, the line's for me, not for you.
You've got no line.
So George said, I like that. Not too many people get to say that to me. So I took him to his dressing room, and he's a big sports fan. And in his contract, he was supposed to have a television to watch the Mets. And it wasn't there, or the Yankees. And so we sent him that, and we became friends ever since, just for that. So that's how actors sometimes walk in and they think the lines are for them, but it turned out to be for me. So it gets to be fun.
Right.
Now are you still doing the stage show for Little Shop of Horrors?
Yes, we started back up this year. Like I said, we did a great performance of Sleepy Hollow. Right now, Audrey's here in Maryland, so you get a chance to climb in her and take pictures with her. And
Get eaten by a plant.
And eaten by a plant, and we get a chance to bring her to all the shows when she's not on stage. We did have to black her out for like 2 months because she was on stage. So some of the early cons didn't get her, but if she's not on stage, we take her out of the studio and bring her for the public to get a chance to have some fun with her.
Right.
A lot of interaction. We also have ET here. So
40th anniversary, right?
Right. We're touring ETs from the Witch's Dungeon Movie Museum. We brought him out. The proceeds go to the museum. We're also meet up with the cast at different shows. Dee Wallace, who I've known for a long time, and Thomas Henry will be there, and a number of other cast members. But this is the only one that survived from the movie, so he is from the long shots. And you get a chance to sit on the bike and take a photo with the real one. So we try to always get him a chance to see all the real characters or something that was from one of these TV shows.
Right.
You also do work for the Yankees too, right?
Yes.
So you're not just a puppet guy.
The who?
No, the New York Yankees.
Who's that?
A team you don't know anything.
Okay, good.
about.
Yeah, because I'm from Boston. Sorry.
Yeah.
Are you booing Boston or the Yankees?
Are-
All right, I like you.
You know, people.
I got a
people
new
always
friend in the
say-
back of the room.
Yeah, people always say to me, and it's funny because when I'm asked that question, I'm in a different town. Now I don't know where all the plays from. So I'm like, okay, I'm really not in Yankee territory anymore. But people with the hats will talk to me,
Right.
and they're like, well, who is your favorite team? I said the Yankees. And they said, why? I said, because their checks cash.
Basically,
There you are.
right?
We got any questions on the interweb?
No questions. Bunch of people watching, bunch of comments, but yeah. No
So
questions.
listen, I mean, this is Q&A, folks. If you want to put questions out there,
I mean,
you're
we
welcome.
can do it here in the room.
Well, yeah.
For
Anybody
anyone
want
who
to
wants to
anybody?
ask a question?
No,
I heard something.
everybody's so
That's
shy.
why they're quiet. They haven't had their coffee yet.
Well, we
well, not the kids. They're
you know, well, we put you on first panel just to get you out of the way.
yeah. There you go. Yeah. So that kind of works. That makes it fun.
It makes it fun. It's kind of a break in.
And yes.
When you see puppetry in cinema going forward, people kind of lean more and more on CG.
Well, actually, that's not really what's happening, which is really interesting that people ask that. That was more of a kind of threat in the 90s when it really started, and movies were bouncing into CG a lot, and they had to pay for this technology that they just spent tons of money for and working. And they've really found that even though CG is there, it's not going where. It's just another tool, just like practical sets. So even though they, like Mandalorian, where you have lots of TV screens move it all in a studio, you still need physical props. The actors still need physical props. And we're doing more puppets now than you can imagine, not only for commercials, stage show. I'm designing some for an independent stage production of a TV show. It's basically about a TV show that had puppets for about 20 years and what happened to the people after they retired and they didn't have a career left, right? So he calls me and he says, Bill, I'm a big fan of yours. I'm a fan of Steve Whitmire's and all the people you work with. And he said, what's it like when you retire from puppetry? And I said, I have no idea. What you asking me for? I'm not retired, nor I will be. So I don't know how to answer that question. But it's about a show. So I'm designing the puppets for the stage show, and it's in what they call in the design format. But I'm asked all the time to create things for other performances. Those puppets is very much used. We still use it in commercials today. So the CG hasn't really slowed anything down. I'm sure you can view it yourself. You'll see commercials with.
I know we've got a
characters in
few
it.
of your puppets in our show.
Yes, we do. And we've done a couple of zombie puppets for Token with the Dead, and we get a chance to do that. So they really haven't gone away.
Puppets will live forever.
Yeah.
Mark Dole says we love our Ziffit.
Yeah.
There you
Hey,
go.
On a similar vein,
Mhm.
you have there's been stories recently with like Marvel. A lot of their VFX artists are getting burnt out and leaving the industry. With stuff like that happening, more and more call for CGI. Do you see the sort of like an explosion coming of more like puppets with practical effects?
Well, I think so, because people really, really liked that. And, one of the things is we have the Ziffit zombies you can get from Token, but we also have Ziffits, which are these line puppets for people to buy because they're always asking us. And we see more of that happening where people want to get a puppet that we've built and learn from it and start a new generation. So, we don't really call them puppets. We call them fabricated Americans. We don't use the word puppetry. If we want puppets, we're very close to Washington. We can go there.
You had to squeeze that one in there.
I was
didn't you?
waiting. I was being very patient over here.
Yeah.
She wanted to know, did you work on the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance?
No, I did not. Yeah, I was out at Henson's when they were just starting that up with Lisa Henson and Brian Henson. The Skeksis that is here, we did a short called Rise of the Skeksis, and that Skeksis was used to get fans reinterested before that series came out, and that's what that was for. It was I think that was already 2016 when we did that. So that is on the Henson site. You can still see it. And that was just to get a lot of fans saying, hey, should they do a series? You want to do a series and that type of thing. So that was a lot of fun. That's the only involvement I had.
I mean, I have to share a huge story. Growing up, I always wanted to be a puppeteer. Always. My dad would never buy me puppets for Christmas. I asked every year.
Really?
Well-
so you can get one here now.
I was just gonna say you can go
Get
over
your
to the
own
Diamond
Ziffin
Productions
right here.
booth over there, and you can
and,
get yourself
and
one.
start, you know?
I don't know why it's always interested me.
Yeah.
Like, growing
Take
up,
this character, go down to Pennsylvania Avenue. You'll be a shoo-in.
As his agent, you're supposed to stop him from saying those things. It's like the puppets. That's why I sat over here. He's making Jeff talk, not me.
Yeah, keep both hands visible, please.
Oh, really?
Oh boy.
Okay,
So
yeah.
anybody else? This is about it, right?
Any other questions?
How we doing for time?
When does it end?
Huh?
11:35.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, we got about
You
10
guys
minutes.
have any questions out here? Yep. Actually, it was a cricket for a stop motion film a long time ago. So, you know, one of the things we did was stop motion, which is a very long process. And I did win a New York award for animation on that long time ago. And I was like, this takes too long, much too long. And I, you know, got to know Ray Harryhausen for a little while. He was a big animator. And I was like, nah, puppets, quick, easy, move to the next thing. they'll start talking on their own. So there you go. They'll start talking on their own.
Oh,
Any other
boy.
questions? Yes. Well, good question. Monster TV, which is it's almost 20 years it's been running, was about, we have a big love for the Universal Monsters. I know all the family members from it. Sarah and I were looking at ways of getting new generations to see who her father was, Boris Karloff, and Victoria, and many. So we decided to create a TV show that was done by monsters. So they do a news show, Full Moon News, and they tell about all these great places like here in Maryland Comic-Con where you get to go and learn about the actors through the monsters. And that's how Monster TV came about, was to really educate, get a new audience for the classics, as well as getting to see all the great things like what's happening here in Maryland, and going around and learning and create new generations to know actors like Spencer, who played Darth Vader, and all those great characters he's played. Make sure you go to see him over there. And Monster TV does that, brings the characters to life and gives you a chance of learning all about them in a fun way. Good question.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those episodes, and it's really, really cool.
Yeah,
Because the
it's
way
like-
it's put together.
Well,
I
right.
mean, it's obviously puppets.
I think you're just saying that because he promoted us
Well, of
in the
course he
first
did.
one.
I paid him.
He's sitting close to me too.
You paid him?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about that.
Nothing like the Yankees do, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, what kind of materials do you use? And are any of the puppets like animatronics? Or are they
Yes.
always people?
No, there are some animatronic ones, as you can, or cable driven.
You got one here.
Yeah, it's right there. You know, and he's cable driven, so you pull it and just close it, whatever. Anyway, but yes, they are. We use radio control for eyes, and if you go to the our space, you'll see the Gremlins back there. That's all cable driven. So it depends on what's needed. We don't always use them because it may not be necessary to do it that way. You can do a lot with puppetry without getting into the technical side. The only problem with the technical side, it's great to watch on film, but it can fail a lot. So you can't beat anything that's just talking and coming to life next to somebody like him.
Do you use a lot of foam?
Yes.
A lot of foam.
Yeah, a lot of foam, fabrics. We use all kinds of different materials based on what's needed for the character that is required. Yeah.
Do you or have you ever done like puppet workshops for like young adults at the studio?
Yes,
How to make
well,
them
we
up?
have at the studio a little, but if you really want to see them, you got to go to the Stan Winston School of Character Arts. Stan Winston was a great creator. You know him from Jurassic Park. He created all the dinosaurs for that, Terminator and Aliens. So the Matt Winston has a great school with professionals in the industry. It's called Stan Winston School of Character Arts, and you can go online and they bring the cameras in and we actually do those. So I do one called Puppet Performance, and you can download that through the school.
So Bill knows how to perform as a puppet.
Why?
Yep,
Are you
well,
interested in puppetry?
You know,
Or is that just so you can make Jay move?
Yeah. You want that because I built Jay a puppet, so that's why I'm asking.
I have this really cool puppet on our table right now, so I need to learn how to use them.
Yeah, well, start with like,
Made by some guy named Bill Dunn.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
couldn't tell you. If you want to see something unanimated, you call these guys in.
You see what we have to put up with?
And you wonder why I haven't been to the studio in a
That's
while.
right.
No, we just haven't been because we don't want to become chalk lines.
Oh, like John.
Like
Like John.
So some questions and comments came
Yeah.
in. Lady J is asking, I want to zip it so freaking badly. For people that can't make it down here to BWI,
They can buy them on the website.
Buy them on the website.
Yep.
There you go.
Well, not the standard zippets, only
No.
the zombie zippets.
Only the zombie zippets.
Only the zombie zippets, yes.
Standard ones that are more, that are simpler. That you can get, though, you have to come to like Maryland,
Yeah.
to get them, or Virginia, or Rhode Island Comic-Con. We have them all there. Same thing that they ask about the art.
Yep.
We make it only available at the shows because we want to see the fans.
That's right. So that means you got to get off your couch, put down the remote, you can grab your beer.
Or
It's cool.
pick up your remote and click just this side of the room off.
On second thought, stay home, forget about Diamond Productions.
Joanne is asking, I know that Bill has a big bird. Is that considered a puppet or a costume?
It's considered a puppet. Yeah, it's not a costume. It's puppeteered at the great Carol Spinney. That's why Big Bird was there, and that's why we bring him to the shows to let everybody again know about the 50 years of Carol Spinney, who originated Big Bird, as well as Oscar. He was a dear friend, and that's the 80s version when I was at the show working on it.
Nice. And she's also asking about Gizmo.
Yeah. What about Gizmo?
Yeah, he's here.
Gizmo's here?
Yeah, Gizmo's here.
That was her next question. I want to see Gizmo in person, so she has to come down.
There is a Gizmo here.
Yeah.
Yes, there's another one going to be put in part of the tour, the little one that came out of the box.
Nice.
In Christmas. So most people don't realize it's a
Baby
Christmas show.
Gizmo.
You know,
Leo's new
it first
collection.
lifts the box up, you'll see him. Right.
You're going to buy me that for me, right?
I'll buy that for you.
Okay,
Leo, yes.
thank you.
So what do you got coming up? What's your next round of shows and where you're going to be?
Well, you get to see us, of course, more of this great venue, as well as we'll be in Erie, Pennsylvania in a couple of weeks. Then you get to see us up in, we will be all up and down the East Coast. We'll be at Rhode Island Comic-Con. You get to see us there, and many other great venues that you get a chance. And you can always check with, the Token Dead, where we are, or with Beast Within, where we're going to be.
Right. I know you're going to be in St. Albans, Vermont next year.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
so that
we're
was
always
already-
someplace, and we try to
Yep.
bring as many as the primary characters for everybody. We flip them out depending on the demographics. If we've done the show, we'll bring Big Bird, or we'll bring some of the other characters that we did throughout the areas. But we always have to bring what we call the main cast they want to see, and the ones that we're currently using in TV shows and film and commercial. So you get to see the classics, as well as you get a chance to get a chance to see the new ones we're working on. One new one, I have a minute. We
Yeah.
just finished doing, and we have one of them here, a shoebill. Shoebill is a big animal in South Africa. And we built these puppets for South Africa to feed their young. It's a way of using puppetry to feed a new generation of these creatures because they don't really like human contact. So we have one here, but they are using them very successfully, and they've had a number of chicks growing up. This is a big bird. They're gigantic, but we had to create the beak specially to be able to carry about 12 pounds of meat because that's what they eat.
Wow.
So puppetry is used for many different things.
That's
awesome.
cool. That's interesting.
What's your most difficult character to move and bring to shows?
You.
That was a setup. You knew that was coming.
I knew it was coming.
Again, this is why I
You
said on
can't
this
ask
side of
this
the
guy
table.
a question and not get a straight answer.
It's okay. It's okay.
So I know we have it in the show notes, Bill.
Yeah.
Your website for the people listening or the people here. Where can they?
They can
they
go to
find it?
BillDiamondProductions.com, or they can go to Monster TV Network and download the shows and see stuff there. But if they want to see everything, you have to come to the next show that we're at.
Right.
And we'll be at a lot of the promoters that did Maryland show, and they are great. You're going to find great places. So make sure you come on down.
Awesome. Well, I think we're at about time. I want to thank everybody for.
Yeah, I'm getting to wrap it up in the back
Yeah.
of the room back there for some reason. Jeremy, look,
Well, they
Jeremy's
want
like,
to go and see the show. I hope
Right?
you guys all come down and visit.
And just a reminder, so you mentioned you have Gizmo. You also have the original ET here as well
Yes,
on
the
a bike,
original
and
ET.
everybody can get their pictures taken with them.
That's correct.
Very cool.
for a price.
There is a donation fee that
Yes.
goes to the museum.
Right. It's a donation fee for the museum.
And that museum is where in
The
Connecticut?
Witches Dungeon Movie Museum in Bristol, Connecticut. Plainsville, too.
Yeah, that's an
Plainfield.
awesome place.
Yeah, it's up near you, Leo,
Oh,
in that Connecticut place.
yeah. All of Connecticut's near each other. Well, thank you for.
Thank you, Bill.
tuning in.
No, thank you guys. All right.
Yeah.
So, hey, and everybody in here, come on back and visit with us. Get a chance to see all the great actors that are here and the great vendors. So
And of course,
have fun. We're here.
amazingness.
This is for you guys. So,
3-time Emmy Award winner.
thanks.
And tune back in about